Hello everyone. It's been a while since I uploaded, so I wanted to just give a brief update on what's been happening quickly. So as a few of you may know from my community post, my dog, which has cancer, had recently passed away. I had to put her down due to the pain becoming unbearable for her. As you can imagine, it hurts really bad. But with my financial and mental situation, everything has gotten quite a bit better since then. Not because of what happened, but just because financially things are improving and I'm finally able to work on what I'm passionate about once again. I'm taking moments in between my work and in between what I do to just take time for myself and try to improve my mental health, take time to really process the emotions. But really, due to me being a very locked in person, it's very difficult to get the emotions to just show themselves sometimes. But I've realized that it's just best to really provide the time for the emotions to actually show itself, because when you're a person who's kind of repressed and bottled up emotions a lot, usually you don't ever feel like you need to, feel your emotions or let out any emotions because you're unaware that there are emotions that needs to be felt. But when you really create time where you don't need to do anything, you don't go on social media, you're just alone in your own head, and you really reflect on what's been happening, the emotions kind of become present. And this has been something that I've been trying to allow myself, just moments of time where I can just really process everything. And I hope all of you are doing well and also giving yourself the time to really process your emotions as well. I'm aware that a lot of people in this world, myself included, like I've mentioned, bottle in our emotions. And although this ongoing battle to really allow people to express their emotions have gotten a little better in the past few years, I still think there are a lot of people out here that are still bottling up their emotions. And I feel like with the current state of the internet, it's become a bit more difficult to actually express yourself now. But that's just me. Either way, without getting too into all of these things, I just wanted to share this update with you guys and let you know that I'm back to making content, and I'm also back to working, and I'm doing better. I hope you all are having a wonderful Spooktober so far, and I hope you enjoy this narration that I've brought for you guys. I'm a detective in charge of figuring out what happened to the passengers of a plane crash. This is what they found. Aerophobia. Journal entry of Jared Phillips, Bermuda Triangle. July 19th, 1985. It's been 2 days since it all started. Everyone is missing. I found this cassette tape laying on the floor of this claustrophobic nightmare and decided to document our harrowing ordeal in this hellscape. So far, it's just me and two others, Jermaine and Yusuf. We were originally booked on a flight from Miami to San Juan, but midway through we saw a deep purple mist outside the windows. The mist soon infiltrated the plane, enveloping us in this mortifying gas. That's the last thing any of us remember before everything went dark. Now, we find ourselves trapped on this plane, which is eerily stationary in the sky at around 35,000 feet. Strangely, the aircraft seems to be in perfect condition, aside from some metal plates that are crushed and broken. Despite the plane's apparent operational state, all communication systems are down and we have no way to reach emergency services. The persistent gas outside might be responsible for the malfunctioning communications, adding to our isolation. To sustain ourselves, we've been relying on the prepackaged airline food, sandwiches and salads, hoping they'll spoil quickly and force us to deal with the reality of our situation sooner rather than later. So far, nothing too extraordinary has happened, but the atmosphere is growing increasingly unsettling. I'll continue to update this journal in case anything changes.
July 20th, 1985.
As I mentioned previously, something interesting has occurred. Trying to entertain ourselves, we found a rotten carcass. It shook us all with complete terror. We ran back as soon as we saw it. The corpse was surreal. The stench soon filled the airways of the plane, and the foul odor instantly made me and the others puke. I noticed something odd about the corpse, however. It was already midway through the rotten process. Considering what I've learned in school, corpses, let alone human ones, don't just rot in the span of 3 days. It was as if being on the plane was transcending time itself to speed up the process. Noticing this, I braved the stench and headed towards our food pile. The sandwiches and other prepackaged foods that we had feasted upon had become moldy and rotten. I brought this up with the other two, and they were in the same disbelief as I was. This means we have to act fast if we want to escape this nightmare. We all considered switching our food source to the prepackaged snacks to sustain ourselves. I can only hope to find a way to reach the outside world.
July 22nd, 1985.
Our food rations continue to fall short. I'm starting to think Yusuf has been pigging out the food while Jermaine and I haven't been looking. We've planned to have a consistent amount of food to last us at least 3 more days. However, I've noticed the amount of food has been diminishing more quickly than expected. I've talked to Jermaine about this, and we both believe that Yusuf is behind it. We think he ate more while we were searching for a way out. If this continues, we're gonna have to start indulging in the rotten and spoiled meats scattered throughout.
July 25th, 1985.
The worst has come to fruition. Due to Yusuf's continued habits, we've had to sustain ourselves with rotten meals. I was the first to brave such an abhorrent practice. I took a deep breath and quickly bit into a piece of the heart-wrenching meal. I nearly threw up, but I managed to swallow it in time. The others followed suit. Jermaine and I are starting to develop a true malice towards Yusuf. It's his fault after all. If he hadn't been selfish and eaten all the previous rations, we might have had more resources and could have put more effort into something productive, like searching for a way out. From now on, I'm gonna put my foot down when it comes to food.
July 26th, 1985.
While sleeping yesterday, a noise persisted. The noise was reminiscent of a growling tap. It kept me up all night. I spoke to the others about it. They said they heard no such thing. Luckily, we managed to find an assortment of canned foods in the cabinet near the staff kitchen. Due to us not having any good utensils to open the cans, we had to resort to continuously slamming the cans on the ground till an opening emerged, then proceeding to pry a larger opening with our fingernails. Speaking of fingernails, our hygiene hasn't been the greatest. We smell as if we came straight out of a pig den. We had used all of the toothpaste and cleaning supplies on the plane. There isn't much keeping us going anymore. I'm not sure if we're gonna make it out of this alive.
July 28th, 1985.
The stench that the plane is giving off is revolting now. I could bear it during the first week, but now it's gotten so bad. It must be that corpse we found last week. We tried to maintain the carcass by containing it in the very back of the plane. Due to the rapid flow of time around the vicinity, it it must be the final process of decay. As I expected, Yusuf was back doing what he's best at, wasting all of our rations for his own selfish needs. Me and Jermaine have stated that if he were to continue doing this, we would have to hide the food from him. I'm not sure if that would fully solve the problem, but it's worth a shot. The noises that I've been hearing at night has gotten worse. It's gotten louder. I woke up Jermaine about it last night and spoken to him about it privately. However, he continues to say that he cannot hear anything. I don't know what's going on. It might be in my head. I hope this stops soon.
July 30th, 1985.
It's becoming increasingly worse now. The noises have gotten even louder. I can't sleep at night anymore, along with the disgusting odor that has persisted throughout our stay. It's completely deprived me of a basic necessity. I persist that the noises are not just inside my head. It might be a side effect of something that I don't know of. On good news, the food slob Yusuf hasn't been stealing any food while we do other tasks. I've been carefully counting all the cans of food daily now. I hope he keeps this up. It's better to starve for a moment than die of starvation.
August 2nd, 1985.
The noises, it's irritating beyond anyone's comprehension now. I can't even hear my own thoughts at night anymore. I leave my daily tasks to Jermaine now. Half of my day goes to sleeping now due to this persisting ruckus. It's like I'm becoming nocturnal. And it's been getting worse too. Jermaine, when counting the amount of cans today, counted 3 short. He scolded Yusuf to stop this. However, this time, instead of Yusuf apologetically trying to defend himself, he claimed he did no such thing. We both doubted him. Jermaine said he hid the food in a safer spot. We only got 15 cans left. If we keep using the supply, we'll have to resort to eating the moldy sandwiches again. I can't think of those things without gagging. I hope someone saves us soon.
August 5th, 1985.
I can't stand it anymore. The noises have not only completely gotten rid of my sleep, it has managed to persist during the day now. My head hurts. I've given up on telling the others as I don't think it would benefit me anymore. As I'm recording this, I could hear the same noises. We've had to resort to eating the disgusting slop sandwiches as before. Yusuf has stopped eating as he can't stomach them anymore. Good riddance to him. He's the only reason we're in this food crisis to begin with. A couple days ago, the cans decreased rapidly. He must have found a stash and ate it all. If I'm being honest, I hope the cow dies of starvation. I'm here to survive, not die to his wrongdoings. I will do whatever it takes to stay alive.
August 6th, 1985.
Last night, while walking around to try and minimize the noises, I found something in the back of the plane. In a spot where the corpse laid, there was a glowing fruit. Its aura was purplish and demonic. The fruit, it was calling to me. I couldn't help myself. I was starving. The fruit tasted incredible. It was like a gourmet meal. Best of all, it completely muted the noises. It was incredible. I've never been so happy in my life. I haven't told the others about it. Maybe this is how Yusuf feels when he's eating the food supply without us knowing. The fruit completely contained my hunger. For once in this godforsaken stay, I felt at ease. I don't even need to eat today. I'm not sure how long the effects of the fruit will last. I need to find a way out, fast.
August 7th, 1985.
While walking around at night, I saw it. The reason we're all in this mess. The person behind it all. Actually, I'm not sure if it was a person at all. It resembled something out of this planet. It was situated around the back of the plane in the exact spot where I'd found the mysterious fruit prior. It stood at 9 feet tall, hunched over its hind legs due to the height of the plane ceiling not being suitable for its size. It had no face, no eyes, no mouth, just a glowing white mist surrounding it. I was beyond baffled. I couldn't even react, scream, or do anything of that magnitude. Most disturbingly, it spoke.
Freedom may be obtained through the death of those around you.
It said in a menacing tone. I knew what I had to do. I must kill Jermaine and Yusuf. It's my ticket out of here.
August 10th, 1985.
I did it. I killed them. I did what he asked, yet I still remain here. What did I do wrong? Did he want me to make them suffer before their last seconds on this planet? In the nights while they unknowingly slept, I had created a weapon. I had sharpened a metal pole that was fastened to the walls of the airplane. I started off with Yusuf while he was sleeping. Surprisingly, I couldn't feel a thing when I struck him. Jermaine followed. He woke up before I could strike him. He tried fighting back, but I overpowered him. I only pray that it saves me.
The recordings you have just heard have been in the studies by the FBI. Aircraft 9874 was found located 3,000 feet under the ocean, 17 miles away from the coast of Puerto Rico. The plane had no signs of damage or infiltration points. The divers couldn't find any bodies of the 955 missing passengers anywhere. The Bermuda Triangle was searched, resulting in nothing of use. The tapes you have heard was located on Aurora's Key Beach in Puerto Rico. The chilling audios are in relation to the crash of aircraft 9874. We are looking more into it as the time goes on. This is all we have discovered. If more information comes out, we will inform you, Detective.
Hello everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you did, please go show the author some support. He had literally just begun writing and he wrote such an amazing story. Obviously, as per usual, I'm gonna share some of my thoughts on the story. Personally, I do think that this has series potential. Like, he could definitely turn this into a longer ongoing series where he explains a bit more of other crashes, maybe in the Bermuda Triangle, and maybe some other separate occurrences of supernatural phenomenon. I really do think a follow-up would be really nice of like the detective sharing his perspective, considering obviously this entire story was based off of the passenger's perspective, and really and truly the passenger won't give you any true insight on what's really going on outside of like what happened. Really, like, he saw a creature that had no face and stuff. Obviously he saw fruit somehow. All of this really and truly could have just been delirium. It could have just been psychosis. Maybe he just was going crazy at that point. And it's definitely possible due to the fact that he was not eating properly. He was eating moldy sandwiches and he was starving. He was getting sleep deprived due to knocking, which personally I believe the knocking, while being maybe possibly in his head, it could have also been due to the fact that I think he was under the ocean, because he said that he was 30,000 feet in the air. But then the FBI, the voice memo at the end said that he was 3,000 feet under the ocean, which honestly, maybe it showed like negative or something and he's just too gone to see that it was negative. I'm not sure. I'm not going to speculate too much on that, but I really do think it could have been under the ocean and maybe a fish or something, like fishes were swimming and bumping into the plane or something. But outside of that, I'm not too sure what could have been going on, and I really would like a follow-up with an explanation. Maybe not a full explanation of what's going on, because it's best to keep some things like unknown, because that's some of the fare of it, obviously. But I do think some explanation should be given from like the detective's point of view of what he believes is going on in this case, or what questions he has. Either way, that's really all I have to give. I'm not going to give too much criticism because this story was really good, especially considering it's one of the author's first stories. I'm going to say one of because I'm not sure if it's his first. I highly doubt it was his first. No one writes a first story like this. Come on, man. Either way, if you guys did enjoy, please share and subscribe and like. Apparently subscriptions don't do anything for the algorithm anymore, so share and leave a like so that the videos can be pushed out to more people that enjoy this type of content. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.